Hello everyone, my name is Vionia Endah Kusuma Putri, and in this video I will give comment as an adjudicator to three debaters in the Sunway Asian Parliamentary 2023 Open Finals. With motion, this house would prefer to be born knowing your fate. Okay, I will start with the Prime Minister. As an adjudicator, I would like to make a few comments regarding the argument presented by the Prime Minister in this debate competition. Before delivering the two substantive arguments, the Prime Minister began with the argument that the greatest evil imposed on individuals is the absolute responsibility for their own life. The constant pressure to make the best decision creates concern as to whether those decisions are really the best for them. He proposed that individuals should be born knowing their destiny thoroughly, including in terms of major decisions such as marriage, death, and career. He believed that this knowledge will reduce the pressure and worry over life decisions that are considered best. Then the Prime Minister went on to outline two substantial arguments in his speech. First, he argued that a life without certainty of destiny is at the root of life suffering. He argued that worrying about whether one's decisions are the best for oneself puts unfair pressure on individuals. Second, he argues that a world where individuals know their destiny can improve their overall experience of life. In the first argument, the Prime Minister highlighted that a life without destiny knowledge forces individuals to face persistent uncertainty, such as in interpersonal relationships and in pursuing a career and hobby. He asserted that this uncertainty can be detrimental to individual happiness, as they have to constantly guess whether their current decision is the best one. In the second argument, the Prime Minister suggests that knowledge of an individual's destiny can help them cope better with failure, as they can live with the belief that their life is in accordance with their destiny. However, I would like to emphasize that the argument presented by the Prime Minister needs to be explained in more depth on several points. First, would full knowledge of fate really eliminate all uncertainty, or would it limit individual choice in terms of self-development and exploration? Second, is the assumption that knowledge of fate will improve the quality of life universally acceptable? Or will there be unforeseen negative consequences? To strengthen the argument, it would be better to provide concrete examples of how knowing fate can improve the quality of life of individuals in real-life situations. In addition, clarifying how autonomy in small moments still give individuals a sufficient sense of control in their life would help explain the proposed balance. In conclusion, the Prime Minister has explained an interesting perspective on the concept of destiny and uncertainty in individual life. However, there is a need to develop further the social and moral implication of such knowledge, as well as how this destiny can affect individual autonomy and happiness more thoroughly. Okay, next is the leader of opposition. The leader of opposition has presented a strong and well-structured argument on why individuals are happier in life. And here are the main reasons that have been explained. The first is uncertainty. Leader of opposition emphasized that uncertainty gives meaning to our life. This is because uncertainty provides a sense of autonomy and control that makes life experience more meaningful. For example, uncertainty about whether or not an endeavor or relationship will succeed gives more value to success when it is achieved. The example given, such as not knowing the final outcome of a debate competition, provide a clear illustration of how uncertainty adds meaning and happiness to the experience. The second is ignorance. If we know everything that will happen in the future, we will lose our sense of autonomy and empowerment. Knowing the outcome without uncertainty reduces the happiness that results from effort and achievement. Full knowledge makes individuals feel powerless, as nothing can be changed or stopped. And the third is autonomy. Happiness comes from autonomy and the belief that we can make choices that affect our life. Leader of opposition provides an example to strengthen this argument, namely the UBA program in Canada, which showed that giving cash directly to homeless people increased their happiness because they felt they had control over their choice. Next is experience. Life experiences are determined by our emotion. Knowing the future reduces the emotional intensity of life event and weakens relationship between individuals. This is because our memories and identities are heavily influenced by the emotion we feel toward these events. And the last, relationship and community. Leader of opposition explained that relationship and community bonds are built through shared experience of uncertainty. Knowing the outcome in advance reduces the sense of community and meaningful experience with others. Overall, the arguments presented by the leader of opposition were very good and convincing, coupled with real-life examples that provide a clear view of the importance of uncertainty in providing meaning and happiness in life. And finally, the Deputy Prime Minister. The Deputy Prime Minister has presented comprehensive and structured arguments that support the proposition in this debate. The following is a summary of the main argument presented by the Deputy Prime Minister. First of all, the DPM state that the choice chosen by the opposition are only meaningful in certain situations and irrelevant in a society that uses choice as a path to achievement, success, and productivity. The DPM emphasized that society expects individuals to adhere to existing definition of success and righteousness. So the meaning of a choice can only be measured through existing social standards. Secondly, DPM discusses the variation of faith that exists within the status quo, highlighting that individual freedom in finding meaning in life can be liberating, especially in contexts where individuals do not have full control over their life. According to him, a life bound to capitalist norms is not inherently meaningless, yet individuals can find individualist meaning in their life experience. However, there are a few points that need further consideration by GPM. First, there needs to be further clarification on how individual life choice align with the achievement of success desired by society. Secondly, it needs to be clarified how notion of failure and success can influence view on the meaning of life in this context. It would have been better if the Deputy Prime Minister had explored how the definition of the meaning of life could be applied more broadly in various contexts of everyday life. It is also worth noting how the argument can be defended against attack or responses from the opposition regarding the underlying assumption. Overall, the Deputy Prime Minister has clearly laid out the argument for the meaning of life and provided important insight into how individuals can find meaning in their life choice. Although further development is needed to support his claims. Alright, I think that's all the comments that I can give to three debaters. Thank you for the attention and see you.